Public Safety Committee meeting to order February the 9th, 2021 at 6, well, it says 6:30 on here, but I think we're a little earlier than that. We're at 6:06 p.m., but we're all here and we all knew it was scheduled for 6 o'clock. Without objection, I'd like to go ahead and move forward with our meeting. Is there any objections to that? Okay. Let's call roll. Russ, you'd like to lead us off with a roll call?
Yeah, Alderman Edwards here.
Thank you. Alderman Petrelli, or Vice Mayor Petrelli?
Here.
All right, and Alderman Campbell's here as well. We also have in attendance Alderman Collins. That's all I say, and Alderman Hayes, and also Mayor Clary. On our agenda tonight, we have an agenda. We need to add a few items to this agenda. We have 3 items on here: the approval of the January minutes, Resolution 2021-8 AFG firefighters grant, and then resolution vote towers to lease space on city property. Mayor Clary. Item 4, I'd like to add 2021-X would be the MPO Bristol funds to be expended for the National Law Enforcement Memorial for the family to travel to that particular function. We actually approved a year ago. It's now coming around due to the COVID virus and everything. And also I'd like to add item number 5, a discussion of the motorcycle that was totaled in a wreck last year and about replacing that particular vehicle. Any objections to those agenda items being added? And can we take a vote on those? All in favor, say aye. Alderman Edwards?
Aye.
Vice Mayor Petrelli?
Aye.
Chairman's aye as well. Passed unanimously. Any other items that need to be added that I'm not aware of? Any of the chiefs? All right, let's move right along. We have approval of our January 12th meeting minutes. Would like to make a motion to approve those?
I'll move.
I have a motion. Would have a second? Yes, ma'am.
Yes, sorry, I'm having issues on my end again because I don't have the
Throw your
blue
hand up. You're
hand
good.
or the mute, so I'm working on that at the same time.
You don't
Thank you.
have a blue hand still. Okay.
Yeah, we're working on it though. Thank you.
Just throw your hand up, get my attention. All right. I have a motion and a second to approve the agenda.
Her parrot seconded it. I heard it.
All right, sir. Her parrot did.
Parrot in the background.
He did.
All right. All in favor, say aye when I call your name. Alderman Edwards.
Aye.
Alderman Petrelli.
Aye.
And I am aye as well. Passed unanimously. All right. Resolution 2021-8, the AFG grant. Chief Bush, would you like to just give us a quick rundown on that?
Yes, this is just for us, gives us permission to move forward with the process. As I put in my email, the deadline to apply for this grant is the 12th.
Yes, sir.
They gave you a short window of opportunity. They made us aware of it, like at the beginning of we sent out the first resolution that had some pricing, and just in a day later, things had changed. So the second resolution, same number with some price changes. I want to make sure everybody has those accurately in front of them if they did not receive that.
The total is $767,326.
No, sir, that one changed.
Okay.
The total now is $756,790.08. $756,790.08.
All right, sir.
And I can take those piece by piece if you would like, so we'll know where the changes occurred.
If you'd like to do a quick rundown, that'd be good.
So the thermal imagers, the first whereas the AFG funds will be used for the purchase of NFPA 1801 thermal imaging cameras with enclosed batteries. The new pricing for that's $147,250.08.
All right, sir.
The air packs that we had discussed, we're certainly seeking out the opportunity to get those through a grant, so the city may not incur those costs. That price is $592,040. That price went down.
All right.
And then our fitness equipment stayed the same at $17,500.
All right.
And that's what came to the total of 756, 790.08.
All right, sir. Appreciate that.
That's a 90-10 split. So the city's share would be 75,679.01.
All right, sir. All right. Any questions or comments regarding this grant we're applying for?
I have a question, Chief Bush. So the 75,000 and some change from us, where are we proposing that come from?
Well, that'll be up to you folks. I mean, obviously that'll be part of the budget process. All I'm asking for now is permission to go ahead and submit the grant. There's no guarantee that we'll get the grant. Obviously, if we did get accepted for that grant, the city would be responsible for that 75,679.01. It's a 90-10 split.
And those funds would be dispersed most likely next year, correct?
Yes, sir. It'll be probably towards the end of the year, around November, December.
Yes, sir. That's what I was thinking. So it'd actually be next year's budget items.
The schedule just recently got out of whack because of COVID and the federal government shutting down and everything. So we're still working with our AFG from the previous year. Right now, we're spending some of that funding right now. So we look for that to be towards the end of this current year, 2021.
All right, sir. Vice Mayor Petrelli, do you have anything?
I do not, but I do appreciate the fire department working so hard on their granting. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. Alderman Collins, you have anything? Anybody? Any other alderman? Let me just ask that question. Mayor Clary, do you have any questions?
I'm good, thank you.
Yes, sir. Administrator, Mr. Lamar, do you have any questions? That's okay if you don't. I didn't know if you had any questions you'd like to ask regarding this grant. All right, sir. Thank you very much. All right. All in favor of approving this item, resolution 2021-8 for BOMA. Let me know by saying I want to call your name. Alderman Edwards.
Aye.
Vice Mayor Petrelli.
Aye.
Chair is aye as well. Passes unanimously. Thank you. All right. Item number. Right now, for following the agenda, it will be resolution Vogue Towers delete space on city property. Mayor Clary, would you like to bring that forward to us? That's on our agenda.
Sure, I'll be brief. As most of y'all know, we have an agreement with Vogue Towers at Drakes Creek Park. They came to us a couple weeks ago asking about the interest of the city in leasing space to them at Fire Hall number 4. That would allow the tower at Neon Lake Elementary School, the infrastructure on there, to be moved over to their tower. We also a while back, and I'm pretty sure that Public Safety Committee was briefed on this probably more than a year ago, that Crown Castle was interested in Fire Hall number 4 as well. So just want to update y'all on that and let you know that's been conversation with city staff. It was just a conversation with Public Works as well. We're also looking at long-term at all city property, not just fire halls.
Yes, sir.
Chief Bush had a great idea a couple weeks ago when we met with folks at Vogue Tower. Is one of the things we need to do is we need to have somebody that understands towers and understands the electronics of that to come in and talk to the firefighters and answer any questions that they might have before we do anything with that.
Yes, sir. And also related to last year when they were over here at Luna Lane at the Nazarene Church here, they wanted to erect a tower there, but it was within the 300-foot fall safety zone of houses. Houses were within that area, and a lot of neighbors here in Ward 2 are upset about bringing a cell tower this close to homes, schools, and right there within the fall zone, the safety zone of the actual tower itself. So it was denied permitting last year. So I just want to point that out to everyone here on our committee regarding that one. So any other questions by any of the committee members related to this issue? All right. Well, there's no action to be taken. We appreciate the information, Mayor Clary. Thank you very much, sir.
Happy to do it.
Yes, sir. All right. Item number 4, the 2021-X MPO Bristol authorization of $25,000 for the family of the fallen officer Bristol to attend the National Law Enforcement Memorial. And that was approved actually last year, but it was delayed due to the COVID virus and issues related to this. I'm going to ask Assistant Chief Jones or Chief Miller, whoever would like to speak on it, to give us a little an update on that real quick, if you don't mind, sir. I'd appreciate it. Chief Miller, if you'd like to speak, you can. You're muted at the moment. There you go.
Jim, go ahead. You've been handling this. Go ahead and fill me in on it.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, so, and just an update, I did get the resolution number on that. It's 2021-09. Last year, the board unanimously approved ordinance 2020-4, which appropriated the $25,000 expenditure for that. Unfortunately, due to COVID, the ceremony was canceled. The family did not get to attend. We received notification just recently that ceremony is going to be a go this place, and they have told us they will not cancel it again. So based on all that, I spoke to Mr. Manning and Mr. Bradley about the best way to proceed with that. And Mr. Bradley's advice was that a resolution would probably be the best way to do it, since there's already an ordinance and those funds were encumbered, set aside in reserve from last year, anticipating that it would occur this year. So because of that, and we're trying to make the plans for that and stay on top of it, we're just asking for the resolution to proceed with that from the public safety and then ultimately the board.
Yes, sir. Any questions from any of the board members?
Yeah, I have a question. I
Yes,
have a
sir.
question if Chief Jones, if the full $25,000 is not used, is there something we could use, whatever's left over, to honor something with 9/11 or MPO Bristol?
Sure, I'm sure we could come up with something. This was the actual wording of the ordinance was an expenditure up to 25,000. So we anticipate that it may not actually cost that entire amount. To be quite honest, we were just very grateful for the board authorizing that last year. So, you know, our intent was that if that whatever funds were not expended would be returned to the general fund. But by all means, if public safety and the board would like to do something different with whatever funds are left over, we would definitely do whatever we could to assist with come up with a plan for that.
Alderman Petrelli, can you hear now? Okay. Want to make sure I got your text message about an audio being out. So
Thank you. I'm on it.
All right. Thank you.
Working with Mary Beth.
Any other questions regarding particular chief? And I believe we should send the Bristol family to this national recognition for their husband and son. So yes, we need to do that.
And I do like where Alderman Edwards is going. That is, if there's leftover funds, something to honor Officer Bristol and the family, that would be great. Thank you.
Yes. We have a resolution. All in favor of this resolution, when I call your name, would you please say aye when I call your name, please? Alderman Edwards.
Aye.
Vice Mayor Petrelli.
Aye.
The chair is aye as well. Passes unanimously. Thank you. And we'll move that to Bowman.
Thank you all very much.
Yes, sir. Next one issue on our agenda is the motorcycle accident that happened to occur last year, and need to get updated on that. So again, I'm going to talk to Assistant Chief Jones, I'm sure, regarding the motorcycle.
Okay, so we just got the figures this week. And I just wanted to update public safety where we're at on that. So it was kind of strange the way they did it. They actually came out and estimated a repair on the motorcycle as $16,494. In discussing that, I don't feel like that's reasonable. If we, for whatever reason, were to purchase a motorcycle at the end of the lease, and that's an operational motorcycle, that would probably be very close to the price we would pay for it. But what this would entail is us returning the motorcycle to Harley Davidson
and giving them the $16,000. So I have tasked Sergeant Morrison with looking into that, to see what other options. I mean, it's my opinion, and I would recommend that we pay them out for the motorcycle, just like if we were buying it. And at the very least, at that point, we have the wrecked motorcycle that we can auction off the remainder of that motorcycle, which still has a operational engine, transmission, and some other parts on it. And at the very least, I think the city should be able to recoup some of that cost anyway. So one of the things we're doing, we're actually contacting Harley directly to find out what the payout is on that motorcycle from the individual dealerships, what they would normally pay Harley Davidson for it if they kept when the lease is up. So this is just kind of an update to a board. This is just an initial statement from them, and again, it involves them attempting to repair it, and I don't even think that's feasible, to be quite honest with you.
Yes, sir. When we take out a lease on a motorcycle, how many years is that lease for usually?
We rotate those motorcycles every 2 years. Every 2 years, we receive a brand new motorcycle, and that's a huge benefit for the department because it really cuts down on our maintenance costs. The motorcycles are under warranty. If anything, major goes wrong, all we're responsible for is routine maintenance, such as oil change, tires, and brakes. And it makes sure that our motor officers are continually riding machines that are still very new, basically. And plus, every time the manufacturer updates those motorcycles, we're benefiting by those updates by rotating them out every 2 years.
Yes, sir.
But of course, with our city insurance, with PEP, they're not going to pay off on a loss like that. So ultimately, that falls back to the department and the city if something like that happens.
Any of the committee members have any questions you'd like to ask? Do we have a motion to move forward with the replacement or the purchase of this, or are we still trying to figure out, are we going to?
And I may need.
What's that, sir?
Yeah, this was more, I just wanted to give public safety an update where we were at and let you know what we were trying to do at this point.
Yes, sir.
Until we come back with a final figure, and
Okay.
then I would need to come to the board and ask for your assistance on that.
All right, so we'll do that, and I certainly appreciate it. I meant to add one other item to our agenda. If there's not an objection, could I get an update on the LPR cameras and where we are from Commander Hobbsmeyer? Commander Hobbsmeyer, please fill us in.
Sure.
Thank you.
Absolutely. So I think the last we talked, the insurance was going to cover the damage less our deductible of $250. So where we stand today is Marshall has some, I would say, some final crossing of the T's and dotting of the I's. This is in TDOT right away. So he's assuring that everything's in compliance with that before we actually go forward with the construction, or what I call phase one, which is site prep. So he actually has in his possession a PO from the police department to move forward with the site preparation. As you know, the original pole was in the middle of the roadway. It's been hit twice. We need to do something to correct that. And the decision was made to go to both shoulders of the road with two different poles. And though that's a better feature and a better design, it is more expensive and more cumbersome. So he has the plans to make sure that's in compliance with TDOT on the right of way. As soon as all that is in compliance and we're sure we can go, he has the RPO to move forward with the contractor to set the 2 footers for the poles, bore into the road for the connection, both electrical and the cameras. And I've asked him, I think he was on the call earlier today too. I saw him. So if he's on and wants to jump in for more finer details, please do. But I've asked him, as soon as he gets a kind of a prognosis from the contractor when they can start and when they see a completion date, what I'm going to try to do is reach out to the phase 2 part of it, which is the actual camera vendor, to come in right behind. I don't want to wait till it's done and then get the camera vendor on on schedule and be months behind that. I'm trying to get as soon as they're completed with the construction of the site prep, the poles and the infrastructure, I want the camera vendor to be right in behind there so we can get these up and running as fast as possible. So the short answer is finishing up the site design and the compliance, and then I think we're ready to go.
All right, sir. Certainly do appreciate the update.
Pat, let me add one thing. So
Yes, sir.
projected date for the red light camera, or excuse me, the red light traffic light by TDOT on Center Point, which is our next location where we had actually scheduled for last year, is June the 9th. So that's going to be coming up fairly quickly, and we'll be addressing that, of course, in our budget. So
Have they started doing some preliminary marking of the road over there on the shoulder? I noticed some marks under the overpass.
you know, if they're projecting June the 9th, they probably are. I've not seen those, but
Yes, sir.
I'll drive by that every day, and I haven't seen anything over there
I saw some
that
orange
stood out.
ashes. I drove through there today and they had marked it with some orange, like marking paint on the shoulder. You have to get off
Oh,
the
really? Oh, okay.
Yeah, along the east side of the curb. Yes, sir.
Oh, really? I
Yes,
missed that.
Yes,
I
sir.
can't wait for that to.
Oh, I know. It's
We need it.
long overdue. Let's get this done. All our TDOT projects just take a little longer than I like, but it's just the way it is.
Mm-hmm.
Vice Mayor Petrella, do you have anything you'd like to add, ma'am?
Yeah, thank you for the update on that.
Yes. Any other aldermen need to share anything with public safety while we have you here before us? Mr. Waters, Mr. Hayes, Ms. Collins?
Oh, thank you. Good meeting. Good meeting.
All right. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. Any of the department heads have anything they'd like to share with us one last time before we adjourn? All right. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
All right. We have a motion to adjourn.
Second.
I have a second. All in favor of adjourning, when I call your name, please say aye. Alderman Edwards.
Aye.
Vice Mayor Petrelli.
Aye.
The chair is aye as well. Thank you very much, everyone. Appreciate the meeting.
Have a good night.
Have a great evening. See you in a little bit.